Okay, so I am preparing a fruit tray for a wedding, and I have a really unique design in mind, and it requires several quantities of fruits. So I start right now. I have three watermelon. As you can see, I should have started earlier. Um, this is the peels from the pineapple. I actually use a box of pineapple. It has 6 counts in them. Box of pineapple and a box of cantaloupe. I think it was about 12 in the box, which I've already peeled. And usually I like to cut my fruit, get a new trash bag, open it up, and cut the fruit right in there. That way it's less messier, and you don't have to worry about picking stuff all off the floor. As you can see, my floor is pretty decent, so I didn't make a lot of mess trying to prepare the fruit. I'm going to take you around to what I've already done. This is the cantaloupe. I actually added the six count. I actually 12 count. I'm sorry. I actually got two full size trays of cantaloupe, which I've already cut into cubes. This is cantaloupe down here, and this is cantaloupe on the bottom as well. Um, I'm gonna keep it covered with the aluminum foil and put them in the refrigerator so that it's still fresh and juicy for the fruit tray or the fruit setup that I'm going to do later on today. Now this is a tray of pineapple. As you can see, I've already cut it into cubes. And pineapple are pretty hard to cut. Next time I may even do a video as to how to go about cutting pineapple the proper way and make it more easier to get the cubes like you want to. And up here, as you can see, I kept the head of the pineapple. This are 6 of them. I kept them. I put it in a little plastic bag to keep it together, and it's easier to transport. And I'm going to use that later on today. Okay, let's go to cutting the watermelon. At first, I didn't show you guys how I did it here. And over here, the hard parts of the gut, the harder part of the pineapple, I just cut it up and I kept it in here because they're not really good when it comes to eating, pineapples. They're hard and chewy, and a lot of people don't like it. But I like to keep them because I can use them to blend them and make like a smoothie, or maybe even just let the kids kind of chew on them because they like it. My husband like it as well. So now my next step is to, as you can see, so far I've used 2 knives. Usually I use more than 2 because as I'm cutting, some of it may become dull, and so I just kind of alternate and use whichever one works for me. I have a whole bunch of them, so right now I've used 3 and a spoon. I use the spoon to dip the seed out of the cantaloupes. Okay, so I'm gonna set the camera here. Hopefully you all can see. Let's see here. Don't want it on me per se, but let's see if I can get a good balance. Okay. Yeah, balance it out over here and get that video. Okay, this will be great. I think that would be a good position there for you all to see me as I'm cutting the watermelon. I apologize. I'm gonna get better at doing this. You can see these watermelons are heavy. So I got this one. I'm gonna go ahead and wash it out into the sink. And kind of same bag. Try to keep all the trash and stuff in one bag. And I'm putting my gloves back on. I find it easier to cut the food when I have gloves on. So as you can see, I've already washed the watermelon. Lay it here. And when I first start cutting, I'm reaching out for another knife because this one is longer. So it goes in better. Cut it around. Get it open. Okay. What I've done is cut. This is more like an oval shaped watermelon. So I went ahead and cut it around, as you can see, with a longer knife. And I'm going to try to cut it again, maybe for each side, each half. I'm going to cut it into maybe about 2 or 3 pieces, depending on which direction I'm going in. I may cut it. If I cut it in this direction, I may do 4. If I cut it a long way, I'm gonna do 3. I'm still thinking about that, but I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I'm cutting the watermelon. Okay. All right. First thing first, I want to get the tray that I'm going to put it in and put it on the side. Okay. I like this knife better because you tend to, I can grab on it better and it's a little sharper. You want to have a knife that is really sharp so that way it makes it easier for you to do what you have to do for, when it comes to cutting fruit. I decided I'm going to try this the long way first. Now, it may not work good for everybody to do it like that, but it works for me. And I've already cut it in half, and each half, I'm going to cut it into another half. So for each half, I'm going to cut it into another half because I want to cut these into cube sizes. So, okay. There you go. See? I had a half of a hole and I cut each half into half. So now I have a total of 4 pieces for out of half a watermelon. I don't know if you guys can see it. Alright. Now I'm going to cut it in the middle. I try not to get the white part in there because they're not tasty. It's better. This is a seedless watermelon, so you don't have a lot of struggle when it comes to eating it, trying to get it clean. See, now if I had a sharp, smooth knife, there we go. All right, so I've cut it from the hard shell of it. Now I'm going to cut into the tray. This is the tray. I'm going to, next time I'm going to have someone help me cut this as I do my video. I have someone hold the camera. Now I'm cutting each piece into little slices. It's juicy. and drop it into the tray. And the peel go into the trash. See? Pretty good size. Same process. I'm gonna cut the watermelon. So it's good to have your gloves on so that way I like juice, it's not going on your fingers. Like if you just got your nails done and stuff, you know? And again, same process. Cut it, slice it, slice it up, so much easier. And just drop it in the tray. Drop it in the tray. And this go into the trash. Now, if you are creative, like some people, these can be used as part of the decoration. But that will be another day, and I'll show you all how to do that. Okay, same process. Now, it don't have to be, it's not going to be perfect. Don't have to be perfect, but try to be as neat as possible so that when you're facing your you're doing your setup, your fruit setup, it looks elegant and pretty. It looks edible and it's really nice. I think I'm going to use a longer knife for that, to cut that part, because it tends to break. I'm going to alternate knives. Cutting. And it just fall right off. You can do it individually or one at a time. You can do it individually, or all at once. So, and it's coming out pretty good. Okay. Now I'm on to the second half. So we're about to do the same process. Cut it up, put it in the tray. I will show you all the finishing process.